And they were never just temples, they were machines of transformation. In the heart of ancient Egypt, beneath the sand and stone we see today, once stood sacred structures so precise, so symbolically charged, that every corridor, every carving, every ray of light was part of a grand design, not just of architecture, but of the soul. The ancients called them Per Ankh, houses of life, but to those initiated into their hidden purpose, they were gates, not into the afterlife, but into a deeper version of life itself. We begin in the outer temple, the known world, the place of priests, processions, and prayer. But even here, every ritual was a cipher, every stone was a veil. To the uninitiated, the gods of Egypt were many: Horus, Osiris, Thoth. But to the seeker, these names were not gods, they were principles of awakening. The initiate's journey began not with belief, but with disorientation. The outer temple was never the destination, it was a mirror, reflecting all the parts of the initiate that must be burned away. In the great temples of Abydos and Luxor, initiates were taught that to awaken, they must symbolically die. Their names would be erased, their past forgotten, their senses tested in total darkness, to be reborn, not in heaven, but into the truth. This was not religion. This was a technology of the spirit. Now begins the path no outsider ever saw, the path of initiation. Behind the temple walls, beyond the sacred texts, there were chambers known only to the few. They were the silence behind the scriptures, the shadow behind the gods. The initiate entered blindfolded, not out of fear, but as a sign. I will no longer trust my eyes. Step by step they were led into blackness, labyrinths, echoes, cold stone. Then, the voice of the master. Who are you? Before your name was given? No answer would be accepted, not until they remembered. These were not physical trials. They were inner thresholds. Each element, fire, water, air, earth, tested an aspect of the soul. Fire, will; water, emotion; air, intuition; earth, endurance. But the final test was the shadow. The Egyptians called it the Kaibit, the double soul, a part of us buried beneath the personality, ancient, waiting. To see it was terrifying. To integrate it was divine. For only when the initiate embraced their darkness could they carry the light without burning. The initiate has passed through fire, faced the shadow, and now they step into the final chamber, a space not meant for the body, but for the soul. Here the air changes. The silence is deeper than sound. Overhead, stars swirl across a painted sky, not as decoration, but as a mirror of the inner heavens. The ancients believed that above us was the macrocosm, and within us its perfect twin. This was the secret of the mystery schools. Heaven is not a place above, it is a frequency within. In this moment, the initiate no longer remembers their name, because they have remembered something older. They are not the mask, not the body, not even the seeker. They are the light behind the light, the witness behind the dream. The Egyptians taught of two souls, the Ka and the Ba, the force of life and the voice of the eternal. Only in reunion could the soul ascend freely. But this was never a journey of leaving Earth. It was about transforming while here, becoming divine while human. For thousands of years these teachings were hidden, encoded in stone, myth and symbol, not to keep them secret, but to protect them from the unready. Today, we remember them, and as the ancients whispered in silence, the kingdom is not found, the kingdom is remembered.